Sorry for the slight delay starting up. We've had a few technical issues with one of our judges who will hopefully be joining us later. But if she doesn't, we know how she's voted and her vote is going to arrive. On the subject of the voting, the public vote, it's been quite clear that The Summer That Melted Everything was far ahead. After that, there was Walking the Light, and then there was quite a lot of Blue Sea between that and the others. So 2 points already in this round will go to The Summer That Melted Everything, but each of our judges also has a vote that counts for a point. So we're going to turn to them now. And first of all, I'm going to ask Tracy Hope what she thought.
My vote clearly goes to Walking the Lights by Andrews. I thought it was really evocative of the time and the lifestyle, and I really enjoyed reading it, which I can't say about all of the other books. So, yeah.
Lovely, thank you. That's very clear. And now Sarah Richards.
Right, my vote goes for The Summer That Melted Everything by Tiffany McDaniel. Although I thought Walking the Lights on the second reading was a much better book than I'd given it credit for, and I really enjoyed it. But the trouble was that I was a student at the same time, and it was just a bit too reminiscent. The Summer That Melted Everything, though, it was hot. The writing was red hot. It really was white hot. And I thought that the evocation of what was good and what was evil, I mean, obviously, Sal is not the devil, but the man Elohim is the devil in this book. But the word Elohim is a Hebrew word for God. So who's God and who's the devil? So it was very, very interesting, very well written, beautiful language, and I think that will last. I think I would recommend it to anybody. Great,
thank you very much. And let's have a quick whiz through the other books so they're not forgotten. Anyone want? Let's start with the big one. Let's start with The Combinations by Louis Armand.
On initial reading, I thought it was a really good book. But on reflection, I've actually gone off the book completely. You said about how you really liked it. I just felt that, you know, it's not writing for our time. I feel that it's something past, it was overwritten, trying to be too clever, and it actually ended up really annoying me. So I went off The Combinations completely, and it was my second place, but no, it's dropped.
Right. Fair enough. Sarah, anything to add to that?
Yes, first time I read it, I didn't know what to make of it, so I gave it a second chance. I enjoyed the first half of it, more or less. I thought, okay, but then it just went on, and it got more and more drunk, and we were going down more and more holes, and eventually I just thought, oh, for God's sake, just get to the end of it and go into that little cupboard under the stairs and stay there.
Okay, great. What about Less Than Perfect Legend of Donna Creosote? Should we be considering that at all?
No.
Not for me, no.
I thought as soon as he started going on about the girl's ginger pubes, I'm afraid that turned me off completely. And that was the end of it for me.
Okay, that's probably enough on that then. What about Chains of Sand?
Chains of Sand, I initially really liked it, but I again, as I got through the book, I just felt it became repetitive, and some of the storylines just didn't convince me at all. So no.
Okay.
Well, Chains of Sand was very personal to me because I come from a very Orthodox Jewish background, and I married out of faith. So a lot of the arguments between the generations were arguments that I've heard and heard and heard again. That first time of reading, I was taken along by the plot, but when you read it again, it becomes a polemic in defence of the Israeli Defence Force, and it just annoyed me. It really did. She's a reporter, and I think she used a lot of stories from her reporting days. So no.
Okay.
What do you think?
What did I think? I thought it had great things about it. I agree that it was weaker towards the end. Clearly a talented writer. And I thought politically it was very interesting, very brave. But
brave. That was the word I would use.
Yeah, I agree. I agree it was brave, and I actually learned a lot and made me think a lot about things that I hadn't really thought through. So for that reason, yeah, it was a good book to read.
Okay, this is very good timing. Did you see there that Richard Lee from The Guardian just came in with Dana's vote, our absent judge, and she has voted for What Will Remain by Dan Clements.
Ah!
So, let's, have you two got something quick to say about that?
Beautiful writing, really well written. I would recommend that to anybody who wants to know something about what it was like. And yeah, very strong.
Great.
Whether it's a novel or not, I'm not sure.
I found it really interesting. Again, it was something I knew very little about, and I thought it was it really brought all the situations to life. I'm not so sure about the writing so strong, but it was an interesting book, and I actually put it as my joint second place. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so close for What Will Remain, but even closer possibly for Walking the Light. So, I think Dana might be joining us. But hi, Dana.
Hi guys, I'm so
hello.
very sorry. Hi.
That's okay. Well, we'll come to you in a second. I'm just going to ask Sarah quickly about Walking the Light, because we've heard from Tracy about that, and it's our second place book at the moment. So
Yeah, I really liked that. It was well written. The characterization of the main character was very good. Some of it I didn't quite believe. And for me, the only reason I didn't put it number one was that it tied up too quickly at the end. Everything just came right. And I'm afraid in life, nothing just comes right.
oh, that's interesting. So I wasn't sure that things had come right. That's, I think, one of the things interesting about the book.
Go on.
That was for me a strength, because at the end she doesn't, her love life isn't sorted, and she's stepping out onto that stage. So her life is almost just beginning. What I thought her adult life was beginning.
Yeah, that's my point. Is that
Things were left untied, and I like that.
yeah.
I wasn't sure whether she had fully recovered either. Anyway, that's
you would not fully recover in the time scale that they gave, and you wouldn't be fit for work.
no. Well,
I know that from working places like that.
That's possibly a point against it. You're right. But let's come to Dana. Hi, Dana. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, sorry about the technical difficulties.
Don't worry, these things happen. Let's hear quickly from you about What Will Remain, since that's the one you voted for, I believe.
Okay, yes. Normally I'm not a fan of war books, so I went into it above all the other books. It was the only one I was kind of not looking forward to reading.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately I was swept into the book and into Afghanistan and into what it's like being a soldier there. And one of the comments under your article, one of the guys said that it reminded him of how Saving Private Ryan felt watching it. And it did that for me. I mean, I felt like I was there. I understood far more about the cost of war on a daily basis when they're over there and what they have to deal with when they come back.
Mm-hmm.
And the book, the way that it was written, it was lyrical. It was almost like reading poetry. I just loved it. And the incident where he wrote about the dog, I think that when I'm 80 years old, that's going to haunt me, and I'm still going to think of it.
Yeah, it's definitely a book of very powerful moments. Great. So listen, I think we're coming towards a pretty definite decision, but let me just run this past you. At the moment, there are 2 votes for the Summer That Melted Everything from the public. There's another vote from Sarah, and there's 1 vote for Walking the Lights from Tracy, and 1 vote for What Will Remain from Dana. So it sounds to me like the Summer That Melted Everything is gonna take 3 votes and come out on top. But let's hear if there are any strong objections or anything else to say about that before we finally bring the gavel down, as it were.
I actually thought that novel was fabulous. If the What Will Remain was not going to win, The Summer That Melted Everything would have been my second choice.
Okay.
I really thought that it was a wonderful Gothic novel with a lot of heart. And, you know, her writing is always a surprise. Any paragraph, you just really don't know what she's going to say or how she's going to say it.
Okay, great. And Sarah, you're on board.
Yeah, I stick with my vote. I
Great.
thought first time of reading it, and I've stuck with that all the way through. There were a lot of strong seconds, but yeah, that one.
Okay, thank you. And Tracy?
I'm happy to go with that. It was a very well written book. I enjoyed reading it, and I had it in joint seconds, so I'm happy with that. Okay.
All right, everyone seems to be on board then. Great. My own opinion doesn't count at this stage, so that's good news. So all that remains for me to do is to say thank you very much to everyone who's taken part in the competition, and thank you to our judges for all your contributions throughout, and for being so great in this meeting, and for bringing up such a definite decision. So we have a winner for Summer That Melted Everything by Tiffany McDaniel. So congratulations to her, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was an honor. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
real pleasure. Thank you.